Hey guys, today we have some news around a potential entry of NIO into the mass market. So it's not the first time we hear this news, but there's an update to it. And here's the article by CNN Post, which by the way I respect a lot, but I have to point out some stuff which I think that doesn't make sense in this article. So well, here it goes. NIO said to have launched a sub-brand model with an annual capacity of 60,000 units. So this article is actually based by a rumour or another local media outlet, Auto Time, which is reporting this, that basically NIO is going to have this new sub-brand that's actually connected to a rumour that we previously had, or at least an application for the 60,000 unit per year new model line in the JAC NIO plant, and it's codenamed Gemini. There has been rumors around this before. And then of course, well, you can merge this together with the fact that also the NIO management spoke around that they may actually enter into the mass market. They claimed that in various public events. And well, now the article also says that NIO, if they stay just in the upper end of the market, inevitably won't have as much data as competitors, and so they need to actually go into this mass market and actually have more cars in the road. That's of course about this whole topic of autonomous driving and full self-driving, however you name it, and basically saying here that you need more data. However, that's actually the first point that I want to debunk here, or at least when I look at the research out there from AI researchers and so on, it seems like there is a difference between the quality of data and the quantity of data, and it seems like that the quality really matters more. And now we have NIO coming out with the ET5 and the ET7, which have the best processing power, they have the best sensor suite, and well, this I think will really make a difference in terms of the quality of data collected. It will have many more sensors, the best cameras and so on. And I mean, like with the scale that NIO is planning with those two vehicles and possibly more to come, which will have this sensor suite, I think this is not a low quantity of data. And actually, if we're looking at the travel data here that has been published for the Chinese New Year holidays, we'll see that actually NIO is even today leading against Li Auto and XPeng in terms of how many miles are traveled with their assisted driving functionality. And so NIO showing more user adoption even right now. What can they do if by the end of the year or going into next year, NIO will actually launch the subscription based on the NAD, so NIO Autonomous Driving, which will be based on this new platform. So I don't really buy this argument that this new mass market entry would actually be necessary. I also made a video, link it here, about the fact that I think there is the possibility that software, artificial intelligence and so on could actually be used in order to use a smaller data set and then make up for it and train the algorithms just using the smaller set of data. They hired an NVIDIA engineer, I think because of that, for running such simulations. And so I'm not convinced that this may be the main topic why NIO should actually expand their fleet and total addressable market there. I think that's rather the other issue here. People think possibly that NIO needs to do this in order to justify their valuation or grow even a bigger valuation. And we've seen also with the delivery numbers, people are really looking a lot on those absolute numbers instead of the revenues and the margins and stuff like that. And well, going back to the Bailey Giffords prospectus of NIO with the $300 price target and my own calculations with the business case where I modeled various income streams and also how many cars NIO will be selling in each of those segments. By the way, you can join my Patreon and download the Excel or watch some of my Patreon-only videos where I walk through these models. Anyways, I basically come to the conclusion that NIO could if they just become as big as a BMW today in terms of how many cars annually be sold, they can actually reach this valuation because they have such additional high margin, reoccurring revenue streams on the software side for autonomous driving, for e-commerce revenues, for NIO Live, for the battery swapping and so on. And so I don't think that an additional mass market fleet actually is necessary in order to grow into this valuation or even bump it further. Although, of course, I think I also made this video before, like how NIO actually managed to manifest their position as a premium to luxury brand in China, taking some of the customers which are usually are rather Mercedes, BMW or Audi owners, how this is a big strategic success, and how based from this point of view they could now also trickle down into more mass market segments. But I would say already the ET5 is entering a very interesting, lucrative segment that is incredibly expanding the total addressable market there, getting actually a little bit in a territory with Tesla there. And so, I also don't think that this would be another reason why they need to do it. However, of course, we also have the other developments with CATL and their battery swapping, which seems to be rather focused on some lower cost models. And the article here also mentions the idea of selling more into second and third tier cities that possibly right now today don't have too many people who can afford a NIO, and where we've seen like this kind of mini EVs becoming very, very popular in China. And so that might be maybe an idea for NIO to have something on the low cost area there, which makes use maybe of this CATL battery swapping, so not NIO's own one, because very unlikely will they be compatible, the mass market brand and the premium brand, and their different kind of battery swapping mechanisms there. But ultimately, this article doesn't really give me the reasons why I would say that this makes a lot of sense here. I might be wrong about this, but this is just my first take when I read the articles. So let me know in the comments below what you think about it, and whether or not you think it's really necessary for NIO. I think it doesn't have to be the next step immediately. However, I'm sure it will get investors really excited if that will be the case. So anyways, thank you guys for watching, and see you in the next one.